what's up, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing another plan with me video. This is a video that I did in Youtober, and I've done a few in the past before, but I thought it'd be fun to start breaking them down into more monthly style videos, if that makes sense. So instead of doing like a generic plan with me where I just show you like the tips and tricks and habits that I use, I'm actually gonna go ahead and plan the whole month of December on camera with you guys so you guys can see everything right down to like the nitty-gritty details. Hello, I can hear your little claws. Bentley has no idea that in like 30 minutes we're going to the VET. If I say the word out loud, he'll know. And it makes me so sad because he probably just thinks we're gonna go for a little WALK, but let's just get right to it. So this month is going to be a bit of a crazy month, even just solely for the fact that I'm doing the 12 days of K-Miss, which means I'm going to need to get about 12 videos pre-filmed, done, and ready, as well as the other videos that'll go up throughout the month before and after the 12 days of K-Miss. Not to mention that it is the last month of the year, which, that said, if you guys want to plan with me for 2018 or like for January as well, definitely thumbs up or leave a comment down below because I feel like January's will be very interesting as well. Backtracking, getting ahead of myself. December's still going to be a hectic month with all of the videos. There's a couple big projects that I'm working on right now, and even just Christmas shopping and budgeting for that. So we're gonna go over all of that, everything from my lists to my monthly dry erase board to my planner to my budget for the month. First up, we're gonna start with my notebook.
So before I start planning any month, I like to make lists in my notebook to make sure that I'm keeping on top of all of the things that I need to actually get accomplished for the month. So I'll write down all of the things I need to remember, whether I'm doing like events or like 12 days of Christmas or little goals that I have, or to make like a monthly budget, how many times a week I want to work out throughout the month, if I want to try a new restaurant, if I want to try a new recipe, and then on the side of that, I'll write down any work-related things that I really want to get done, whether it be videos or things for my blog, things like that.
Then usually the next step that I take when it comes to planning out my month is I will pull out my dry erase monthly calendar. I love, God bless this thing, honestly. I don't know what it is, but being able to see your whole month in one just condensed area, it is such a nerdy, gratifying feeling. This makes it really easy to plan ahead. Like if you know that there's something you want to get done by the end of the month, there's little things that you could be doing in the first few weeks that you might not do if you don't plan your whole month in advance, if that makes sense. So giving yourself kind of the time to go through. I'm actually such a nerd as all of these things are projecting out of my mouth. Things seem so normal as I'm doing them, but now that I'm talking about them on camera, I'm realizing how incredibly Monica Geller I am about life.
Guys, I am not that bad. Okay, so I'm responsible, I'm organized, but hey, I can be a kook.
Being able to look at everything from for the whole month, and even like the weeks before and after, makes it so easy to just like plan ahead and stay on top of everything. I also love writing all of like my monthly goals on the side too, if it's just like to read a book, to run 5 times a week, whatever it is, just on the side, because then if I complete that by the end of the month, it's just like a happy little bonus. And normally when I complete my goals on the side as well at the end of the month, I always give myself like a little treat, whether it's just like buying like a couple things from, you know, my favorite clothing store, putting a little bit of extra money into like the vacation jar and things like that. The third step I take when it comes to planning my month is I will then transfer my to-do lists and all the lists that I pretty much made in my notebook and start seeing how they fit into my planner. I don't like to plan more than a week in advance when it comes to my planner. For instance, how I already have the whole month scheduled out. The thing that I like about that being on a dry erase is that if things end up having to shift or something pops up, I can easily erase it and rearrange things. Once you pen something into a planner, it is so, it's one of those like little things, you know, like some people it's the nail on chalkboards, other people it's like the sound of babies crying. For me, it's scratching something out of my planner. I hate it. I will only plan my week that week. Instead, what I'll do though is on the side of the month inside my day planner, I will write out my to-dos there. And for the week that I'm planning, I'll see how many of my monthly to-dos I can get done realistically in that week.
So I usually divide my agenda or my planner into two parts. The left side, I like to put all my to-dos for the day that are more life-based, like walking Bentley, working out, and taking a shower, getting ready, things like that if I have appointments. And then on the right side, I will put all my work-related things. So whether it's a co's day, whether it's a filming or editing day. For the week I was actually planning, I was going away on a trip, but still I did the same thing with just putting work and lifestyle things, like things I might do on the trip. And then I also put in all the workouts I want to do, since working out 5 times a week is a goal of mine for December. And then off to the side in the bottom, I just put my to-dos for the week and my to-buys.
And then last but not least, when it comes to planning out the month in advance, I mean, you can flip them back and forth between 3 and 4, but it is creating my monthly budget. So lately I have been making such a big deal over sticking to a budget, saving my money, and just like really kind of planning for the future, because it is like one of my biggest goals right now, that I want to buy a really dope condo in Toronto. That's my biggest kind of target right now that I've been focusing on. So I've been super stingy with my money, which has been a new feeling for me, because normally I'm very flowy, carefree. I'm like, $20 here, $30 there, $40 for groceries for the week, start cutting coupons.
So the process in which I've been using to make a monthly budget is I'll usually start out by putting in how much money that is coming in for the entire month. So how much money you make as a whole for your whole month. You can also do this bi-weekly, but I find it easier to do for the month as a whole. Then I put in all of the things that I have to pay for, like bills, rent, cell phone, like my yoga membership, things like that, and then see what's left over after you've paid all your bills. From what's left over, I usually put a chunk of that into savings and then a chunk of that into work expenses. So usually I have to buy things to do work or buy things for co's, so I'll kind of do things that way, and then whatever's left over is what I have as spending money for the rest of the month. I try and make this as little as possible and put more things into savings if I can, and then whatever I do have in spending money, I actually take it out in cash. That way I know I'm not overspending for my budget. Now this month I also had to take into account that it was Christmas, so I minused what I was going to use for my Christmas gifts budget, and then whatever was left over is for groceries, shopping, meals, and yeah, things like that.
So this concludes me planning for the month of December and like the 4 steps that I generally take when planning out a month in advance. Thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this video, because I'm definitely happy to keep this in like a little series. We can do January, which I feel like would be really cool, and include the whole year for 2018 in that, because I am more than happy to geek out with you via MP4. Aside from that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a wonderful frickin' Sunday and that you're all cozied up in comfy pajamas. I probably am. And aside from that, I'll see you guys all next week. Bye guys.
I keep on thinking she's